Hey guys! So I know I haven't done a video in a long time. I've just been really busy with my life in general, but hopefully soon things will start to settle down a bit and I can start trying to put up videos more regularly like I used to. I really miss it, so I'm going to try and start finding regular time to do that. Also, you may notice from watching this that I have a new camera. So I'm really excited that my videos are gonna look so much better than what they did with my webcam. Hopefully that will also motivate me to make more videos as well. So today I'm going to talk about books. What I used to do before I became really busy was at the start of every month I would talk about the books I read in the previous month. I'm going to talk about the books that I read in May. And the first one is The Book Thief by Markus Zusak. It's 1939, Nazi Germany, which was the first reason I put off reading it, because I thought it's gonna be like a historic novel and I don't really like those very much. But I did know that it is amazing according to everyone else who read it. And I thought, you know what, if it's so amazing, why don't I just give it a go? So I went to the library and I picked it up. The first thing I thought when I looked at it was, holy moly, this book is big. There were all these negative thoughts going through my head, like, it's gonna be about history, I don't care about that. It's so big, it's gonna take me so long to read, I don't think I'm gonna get through this. But I thought, you know what, there's nothing to lose except some of your time. If you don't like it, just do it. And I'm so glad I did, because oh my gosh, so good, so good. So the first cool thing about this book is it is narrated by Death itself. It was so interesting to see how Death explains the world, see his perspective of everything, because he explains things differently and thinks differently to humans. And it also kind of added a lot of emotion and drama as you saw how busy he was during this time of the war. Secondly, the characters were so lovable, and as you got to know them, you just connected with them and stood right there next to them. You felt like you were in their house, looking at them, being there, experiencing everything with them. It was so well written. I really loved Liesl, that was the main character. You got to see her grow up from the little girl she was when her brother died at the start of the book, all the way up to a young woman, and I was so sad to see her and her friends all having to deal with being involved in Nazi Germany and living in that time period. Max, he's the Jew that comes along and the family takes him in and hides him in their basement, which is pretty dangerous, we all know that. And Liesl and Max, they grow this really strong bond and they become really close friends. It's so beautiful to see that even though they're going through something so terrible, they're able to create happiness for each other. And Liesl just looks after Max so well because he's really sick, he's malnourished. So nice. Overall, it was so good, and the ending, I'm not gonna say what happens, but the last couple of chapters, I was just sitting there gobsmacked, heartbroken, just could not believe how sad it was. It was so good. I definitely recommend this book. I rated it 5 stars, so I loved it. So now for the second book I read. Now this one I have read before, but I thought I'm gonna read it again because I love it so much. I read The Fault in Our Stars by John Green. So I'm pretty sure if you're a YA reader, you would totally, completely, 100% know about this book already and would have known about it for a few years now. It never gets old. So good. This book is about kids with cancer, which is depressing. I like sad books. This is, you know, about as sad as it gets. And also John Green is just such a good author. I've read multiple books of his and they're all really good. This book is good if you like sad books. It's good if you like romance. very, very romantic. Lots of love happening. I like this book because it doesn't hide anything, I guess. John Green says in his little spiel at the beginning or end of the book that the descriptions of the treatments and stuff aren't necessarily accurate. You kind of get the idea of what kids with cancer, or anyone with cancer for that matter, goes through, and this book just kind of outlines how people live with it, the consequences of treatment, how it affects the people around them, all that kind of stuff. But what I love is the fact that Hazel and Augustus, two people who have dealt with cancer, are just able to find love in each other. It's so beautiful. They just come together, they start seeing each other more, they start talking more, they start opening up about each other's feelings, and eventually fall in love and bring each other happiness even though they're going through something so terrible. The love that they share just radiates happiness and positivity, and that's what I like about this. I'm not going to say what happens just in case there are some people who haven't read it. I'm sure many of you probably have and probably know the twist. Some of you, when you read it, may see it coming. I didn't, my friends did. I don't see anything coming. The twist is so devastating, and the ending so devastating. The part I didn't like was Peter Van Houten, who is Hazel's favorite author. She has this book that she loves called An Imperial Affliction, and basically this book is about a girl who is diagnosed with cancer as well, so she can really relate to this girl in this book. And she's read this book so many times and she loves it, and basically the book finishes in the middle of a sentence because it implies that the girl has either died or become too sick to continue writing. Ever since the first time she read it, Hazel's been writing emails and letters to Peter Van Houten asking him to tell her what happens after the end of the story to the rest of the characters, but she's never gotten a reply. With Augustus's help, she ends up going to Amsterdam to meet him, and she's so excited that she's finally going to get some answers, and it turns out Peter's just a drunken, stupid person who is so rude and does not care about what they're feeling, doesn't care about anything or anyone but himself, and that just made me so mad. I really disliked him. But yeah, so beautiful, and I rate this book 5 stars because I love it. That is my review of The Book Thief and The Fault in Our Stars. Hopefully, fingers crossed, from this moment I will be posting a book video every month. Thank you for watching. I hope you have a great day, and I will see you next time. Bye.